What's up, YouTube? So before we get started with this video, on Get Up, they're going to be talking about how LeBron James is going to come back and destroy everybody. So let's see what they have to say about that.
Today, we will officially know when guys like Kawhi Leonard, Russell Westbrook, and Anthony Davis will get their first shots at their former teams. The 2019 NBA schedule will be released this afternoon at 3 o'clock Eastern. The Lakers are currently favored to win the NBA title next season, according to Caesars, after a busy offseason. It's worth noting 3 of the top 5 favorites acquired from at least one All-Star from last season. That includes the Warriors, who acquired D'Angelo Russell, despite losing Kevin Durant to Brooklyn. So for more on Richard Jefferson's buddy LeBron, let's send it back over to Green.
Yes, that's exactly right, RJ. I have a theory on this that I want to bounce off you because you're tight with LeBron. Have you been to Taco Tuesday
I
yet?
have not. He doesn't invite me. He doesn't care.
How have you missed out on Taco Tuesday?
Honestly, it's just me and Channing Frye were making fun of him, and he just didn't like it.
He's
very
mad,
much.
so no
He's
tacos.
not happy.
All right, here's the thing. I love jovial LeBron, okay? I love Taco Tuesday. I love that he's doing Space Jam, all of that. But I'm telling you what I believe we are about to see. We're about to see angry LeBron, okay? I believe scorched earth going medieval LeBron is around the corner because if there's one thing I know about all-time greats, it's that they hear everything. And the disrespect that has been thrown in the general direction of LeBron James over the last few months, I think has been overwhelming. You tell me, is he...
Now, hold on, Mike. Is it disrespect or people are telling the truth about LeBron James? Because I heard a lot of things about LeBron James last year that have been true, like how he didn't want to play defense, which was justified when Kyle Kuzma was caught having to push LeBron James to go over and play defense. It was said that LeBron James isn't coachable, which was justified when he was caught not listening to Luke Walton when they have a team huddle. LeBron James would be on the other side of the bench or walking around. He wouldn't accept Luke Walton's plays during the game. When there'd be time left on the clock, he'd be caught walking off the court and going to the locker room like he didn't want to be associated with the Lakers. He's had issues with Magic Johnson. He wanted to trade 90% of the team because he didn't want to work with them because they weren't good enough, apparently. There was, for the longest time, they had a hard time to find a all-star player to come play with LeBron James, but they thankfully got Anthony Davis, but he kind of wanted to go there from the beginning. So that's not really a big issue. So there's all these things that have been said about LeBron James that are true. So I don't know if people were really talking trash about him, but they were just telling the truth. So I don't know what Mike's talking about with that, but let's continue.
coming back to just lay waste to everyone this
Hasn't
year?
it been fun to just disrespect him, though? There's been nine players that were the best player on the planet over the course of this time. But look,
So why wouldn't there be 9 players voted to be better than LeBron James? LeBron James didn't make the playoffs last year, and he was hurt for a good part of the season, which is probably why they didn't make the playoffs. So why is he supposed to get MVP still? Is he supposed to still be voted the best player in the NBA when he couldn't even make the playoffs and he was hurt for a good portion of the year? Or could other guys be considered the best players in the NBA because they can make the playoffs and they can play at a high level? It just doesn't make sense why other players can't get praise and be considered the best player in the NBA when they've actually made the playoffs. So it just doesn't make sense. So let's continue.
first of all, it's health. If he is healthy, he will be one or two. And with Kevin Durant out this season and a lot of players joining up and a lot of players kind of switching and moving, there's going to be a lot of adjustment. LeBron James will be the best player in basketball next year again. Now, will he be the LeBron James from 2008 and chasing down blocks? No, but he's going to do so many different things. And with Kyle Kuzma and Anthony Davis on his team, he's going to be able to be that dominant guy again.
So how could you say that LeBron James is going to be the best player in the league this year? You don't know that. You have no clue because people said that last year about LeBron James and how he's going to be the best player again. And we saw what happened. He got hurt and he couldn't make the playoffs with his team. So there's no way you can say that. We saw what you think Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Giannis, Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, all those guys are just going to sit back and let LeBron James do whatever he wants and let him just come back and ball all over him? I don't think so. I do not think so. No one's scared or worried about LeBron James. Of course, he's a baller, but so are all those other guys. And they proved it last year. If anything, they might be more hyped up to show that they are just as good, if not better, than LeBron James while he's playing this year. So, I don't know. Let's continue.
Agree. Do you think he is at this?
I think he understands the disrespect. He's felt it over the course of his career in different levels. Now it's like, oh, you're old. You had your first injury. Now you're not that guy anymore. But I think really and truly, he's more focused on proving to people that basketball is the most important thing to him. And the only way to do that is to go and destroy as many people as possible.
So as the schedule comes out.
And again, you think everybody's just going to sit there and let LeBron James come back and destroy them? Like I said, if anything, everybody else is hyped up that now LeBron James is back and they can make an example out of him. And to tell you the truth, for me personally, and a lot of people I know, LeBron James hasn't been the best basketball player in the league for about 2 or 3 years. It's been Kevin Durant. And LeBron James is lucky Kevin Durant is hurt, or it would be clearly cut Kevin Durant being the best player. And definitely maybe even sprinkle in Kawhi Leonard in there. If anything, he's the best two-way player in the league right now. So LeBron James, even at this point, may not even be the best player in the league. Now, don't get me wrong. LeBron James is a baller. He's definitely a baller. But to say he's above and beyond better than anybody else at this point, I don't know. And like I said, there's a lot of players that could definitely make the argument. And if Kevin Durant was not hurt, he would be the number one player, at least in my book. So let's continue.
Today, and again, you saw the odds that Sam just put up on the screen. They have the Lakers the favorite to win the NBA championship. Do you agree with that?
I do. And again, with all the injuries that happened last year, whether it was LeBron James or it was the Warriors in the finals, injuries are going to be that one thing. But if everyone is healthy, I believe that the Lakers have the best team and the best chance to win an NBA title.
Because I believe those guys hear everything.
He's watching this show right now. He's watching all of this.
What message? I'd like to ask LeBron why RJ is not
because he probably doesn't like RJ. But anyways, you think Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Giannis, Ben Simmons, you think all those guys are actually sitting there and are worried about what LeBron James is thinking? You think they're worried about that LeBron James is mad, he's going to want to come back? You think they actually care if he's watching this and LeBron James is mad? Oh, LeBron didn't say he's so mad. He's ready to come back because everybody says he's not as good as yada, yada, yada. You think Kawhi Leonard really cares about that? Kawhi Leonard couldn't care less. Those guys couldn't care less. If anything, they're hyped up and have even more motivation to come on out and show up LeBron James. Those guys do not care how LeBron James is feeling at this point. So let's continue.
Invited to Taco Tuesday.
Yeah, honestly, it has something to do with me making fun of Space Jam 2 and him and his hairline. It just doesn't go over well.
But it seems like you have that kind of relationship. You guys are friendly enough that you can do that.
No, he doesn't return any texts or calls. So that's really what it is.
Listen,
just text
tomorrow's